She is the OG Bhansali girl. Everybody's talking about her because of Heeramandi, but everybody has forgotten that she is the original one, the first Bhansali heroine ever. Welcome to the NDTV, Manisha.
Thank you for having me.
Um, Let me go back to Khamoshi. Tell me, as a Bhansali heroine, the change that you have seen in him as a filmmaker from since then and till now.
So, as a filmmaker, he has only evolved. You know, Khamoshi is also my favorite most of Bansali films.
Mine too.
Yeah, so it's like I find it most beautiful, poetic, soulful cinema, and I love it. We were friends back then, and we got along really well. And when Khamoshi he gave me the script to read, he had not gave me. He made it very clear to me in the beginning itself. He said, "You know, Manisha, you're my friend, you're my buddy. This script is not because I want to cast you as a heroine. I want to cast Madhuri or Kajol, but I want a feedback from you whether you like the script, whether the script is good or not. You know." And I said, "चल यार, दे मुझे पढ़ने दे." तो when I was reading, I was like, beautiful story, you know, such a beautiful story of a fabulous singer, of having a deaf and mute parents, you know, this subtle insecurity of the parent of, the only Sahara of them is gonna this thing. So, I mean, I saw so much of soul in it, so much beauty in it, and Annie's character was to die for. You know, so I told Sanjay, I said, this is a brilliant script, brilliant role for any actor. If those two don't do it, please keep me on number 3 as a list, you know. And he did. They didn't do it, you know, and I must thank them for not doing it. And I did.
We have seen you playing a mother
Right.
in Heeramandi.
Yeah.
I have seen an interview of yours from Pakistan.
Yeah.
And there you said one day you would want to be a mother. And in those characters, when you play those, how much that inner, the motherly side of you, or you remembering your own mother comes out, you know? How did that influence you?
You know, as per my knowledge and understanding of womanhood, we, for us, marriage, starting your own family matters a lot. And from early on in age and stuff like that. And somehow for me, motherhood always pulled me. It still pulls me, to be very honest. But I know my reality. I know it's not possible. I will not be able to give all that I thought I would. Like, honestly, my last conversation with the lady who runs a Anath ashram in Nepal, there's this beautiful, cute child she had got in an event. And as I held the child and I was playing with the child, and that whole feeling came about. And then later on, I messaged her. I said, can I come and spend time with the child, you know? And I don't know, I just love that feeling. I don't know how to define that. There is somewhere unfinished things in my life. You know, I think as you grow older and you accept your reality, there's so many dreams that you realize it's not going to happen, and you make peace with that. And motherhood is one of them. You know, so it was tough getting ovarian cancer and not able to, be a mother. But I made peace with that, and I said, okay, jo gaya so gaya. Let me do my best with what I have, you know. And that's it.
I still remember there's a scene where, you know, you're punishing your daughter.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
are also crying.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that scene.
Yeah.
I mean, I cannot explain
Yeah.
to a person,
Yeah.
like, what does that feel, that when you are
Yeah.
scolding your daughter, when you know that
Yeah.
you need to do a certain thing
Yeah.
to make her understand, but
Yeah.
you're also feeling guilty about it.
Exactly. It's like, you
How
know,
do you bring that in you, you know?
I have to be honest, my mother will really scold me, but I need to experience that. When my mother once was scolding me, you know, I was a child and I did something very naughty, and out of frustration, you know, she was scolding me, and I looked up her. I was very scared, but I also saw tears in her eyes. you know, she of course didn't want to scold me, of course didn't want to, you know, shake me up, but she felt frustrated that I will never learn. I was trying to bring out that contrast, that conflicting emotions, where what a mother feels when she's scolding her the most loved child, you know, and so I'm so glad you noticed that, because so many times, you know, we artists prepare and do things and it goes unnoticed.
You have said that, you know, your life has always been an up and down and a roller coaster. And how cancer, how a separation, how not being able to be a mother has changed the relationships with your own people, with your mother, with your family, with your friends, you know, or the people you work around, and how you found yourself, the inner peace. How has that happened?
So it's been a journey. It's also been learnings. I really believe that I had multiple friends. You know, I thought partying or together or traveling together or doing all these things, fun things, which is great at fun level. People will sit with me in my pain, you know, and that was not so. People are not capable of sitting with anybody's pain, let alone their own pain also, by the way, you know. We always try to find excuse not to feel pain, you know, so we want to escape pain, and that's a human nature. And so I found myself very lonely, and I realized only those people who are around me were my immediate family. I also have a huge Koirala Khandan. Nobody was there, you know, like I have big Khandan and everybody is affluent, you know, everybody can afford it. But it was my parents, it was my brother, it was my brother's wife, you know, and that is it. And I realized, okay, when all else falls, everybody leaves me, these are the people who will be with me, you know. So I started, that realization never left. My priority is my immediate family no matter what now, you know. They come first in my life, and rest everybody else. I also made peace with not being able to have a child. I thought a lot about adopting and, you know, lots and all that. And I realize I get stressed out very quickly, you know, I get anxiety very quickly. So out of a lot of debate and stuff like that, I made peace with that I'd rather be a godmother, a supporting factor, and I must do with what I have. What I have is my aging parents, whom I love, and I'm the apple of the saying, and I'm the center of the universe, and I'm going to cherish that, you know. And I spend more time with them now. I fly more often to Kathmandu, and I spend more time in Kathmandu nowadays, so that I'm with them, and I love that. I mean, I can go on talk about my realization after cancer, but cancer came as a lesson, as a teacher, and I'm grateful for that.
You know, a lot of people who go through these, you know, traumatic,
life-altering events.
Life-altering events.
Yeah.
They also go through something called PTSD,
Yeah.
post-traumatic stress disorder.
Right.
A lot of people take therapy. Because of cancer, has this happened to you?
Absolutely. I took therapy. You know, there's a painter, very well painter, a good painter called Gracefully. He's from Pune and he's now in Mumbai, and he was doing some therapy with me because I had just came out from my treatment and I had few days here, and वो बोल रहा था कि मेरे आर्ट उसमें आ जाओ, तुम कुछ भी पेंट ब्रश के साथ पेंट करो, तुम्हारा मन बहल जाएगा, whatever. And 1 or 2 days I went and he said, Manisha, I think you're depressed. I think you need counseling. And I said, really? Okay. Because I was so eager to, you know, heal, eager to know if there's anything which needs healing, I must go for it. So ये सब नहीं सोचा कि कभी taboo है या लोग बोलते नहीं इसके बारे में, and you know, I never thought of all that. So he put me onto a very good therapist, psychotherapist, and I did 1 year of therapy with him, and it was brilliant. It was really, really one of the best advices I got. When we are sick, when our body is sick, we go to an expert, we go to the doctor.
Exactly.
So when emotionally and mentally we are slightly disturbed or hurt or confused, please take help. You know, there is help available. And why not?
Yeah, why
you know,
not?
so
Only because you can't see it. Like you see a
exactly
wound or a fever.
Exactly.
Yeah, doesn't mean that it's not.
And also पुराने जनरेशन का एक टैग है ना, पागलपन, पागल ही लोग जाते हैं, ऐसा थोड़ी है यार. अभी you know कहाँ से कहाँ निकल गई दुनिया, and people are more open to it. They're more talking about
it, mental health. Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
so important. And you know, being impacted by cancer, I know how important your body and mind health is, how intertwined they are, how dependable they are. So sometimes when I'm in a deep depression, even now sometimes I go through depression. Like honestly speaking, when I was doing Heeramandi, it consumed me so much. My mood swings were like, you know, and I just knew, okay, sail through this phase, and once this is out, focus on your health. So now I'm into that phase of slowly getting into the health, slowly getting into the right, you know, in focus, and one has to, you know, look after one's well-being.
But you know, this perspective, has it changed how you look at work also? You know, back in the 90s, the industry was very different. Right. Now it's very different. Then there were some good things, some bad things. Now there are good things and bad things.
Yeah.
But how your perspective towards the industry and your work has changed?
So I feel with every decade there's a new change, there's this thing that comes, and it's evolving. And I think one has to learn to adapt to that. And I'm constantly trying to do that. If I want to remain relevant to my audience, and my audience would be like 20-year-old, then I must understand. And I must be able to adapt to the changes and deliver. There used to be magazines, you know.
And once in a while interviews where you sit with the journalist and you would write it down.
Now nothing. It's all online.
Yeah.
You see.
Does that create pressure for you, like being on social media, trying to be like you have to put yourself out there once in a while, making those posts? I'm sure your social media team would be like, post something.
Yeah. Tell me about it. It's basically, first of all, I had to really adjust to. I mean, I'm gonna probably share with my friends. I say there is a comedy going in my monologue, you know, in my head. Because it's airport look, you know,
the pressure to look good all the time,
the social media, and I'm like, I've tried it all, and some I can't share with, but maybe someday in some book I will. So it's like I've fallen flat on my face, you know, क्या अच्छा ये चल रहा है ये करते हैं, but it's just not worked. So many times, you know.
The airport looks.
Yeah.
Okay. If you go
I have tried and failed, and how? So, you know, and you know, the things like that. And see, try करेंगे, fail हो जाएंगे, फिर try करेंगे, fail हो जाएंगे, फिर एक बार आएगा कि I say, okay, now this is not meant for me. You know, okay, social media also, I will, you know, post आराम से. So today itself, like my stylist posted the picture much before I posted because she was impatient. You know, when is she going to post?
Everybody's impatient. Everything has to be done right now.
Yeah.
Right?
So let her post, and then I posted, and I said, okay, I have to, and to understand also, I don't know you know, I have to tell everybody, भैया सिखा दो मुझे नहीं आता है, थोड़ा मैं सीख रही हूँ अभी भी.
That's so great. At least you're learning.
I'm learning.
Okay, let's talk about this. You know, we are in an age right now where we are seeing such amazing characters being written for women and men of all ages.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
and
yeah.
that's great. It's a great time to be an actor. It's a great time for your viewer to watch these kind of films and shows and TV series, whatever you call it. But we still see a disparity when it comes to age between a male actor and a female actor.
Right.
If you go back and see your co-actors back in the 90s, what they are doing and what we would be doing is very different. What do you think about that? What is your opinion?
So, first of all, I think to each to their own, and if they're happy doing what they're doing, great. But I think after a certain age, being your age gives a bit of more weight, and then trying to be, of course, at 60 also, I want to look, nice 60. I don't want to look haggard 60, But I feel trying at 60, if I'm trying to look 20, and I feel there is something there, there's something not
Right.
comfortable there, So, but if you create, if you're a big star and a celebrity, and you have the power, then create a content which matches your age, which matches your personality, towering, because I feel today the audience has accepted everything. You don't need to romance 20-year-old girl to lessen your age. I feel if probably that could happen, it'll be great. Like when Malika Jan happened to me, and I wanted to not look 20-year-old, but I had to accept the way that she is. She is a mother of two, this thing. I am 53 and and I have to play that part. So आप 53 को 23 नहीं बना सकते, 53 को maybe करके 50 बना सकोगे या 48 बना सकते हो, दो तीन, but you can't make it half. And I think that's where things look slightly warped. Aging gracefully, doing the roles matching your age, you look fit for that age. I think that matters. Today's audience has opened their heart out, give great content, perform well in them. I think nothing will stop you. Your age will not stop you. And we have great actors who act their age, like Amit ji for that instant. Yeah. I don't think he ever tried to be 20-year-old or something like that. Or
he
maybe
always chose role when he
of his age,
yeah.
And he does phenomenal. I mean, nobody can match Amit ji in many lifetime, So if Amit ji had tried to be younger, you wouldn't feel it right.
Yeah, absolutely.
So this is what I meant.
If you had a message for a 20-year-old self, what would that be?
I think I will just tell her that things will be all right. Life takes care of all of us. So be confident. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to the world. Be confident. And know that, you are God's child.
The 20-year-old Manisha Koirala, wasn't she confident? Because she was so, like, she was everybody's favorite girl, the it girl. Men, women were going gaga over her, the fan following. I would want to ask, what was her insecurity? Because we don't get to see these insecurities of celebrities, you know.
No, I will be honest. A lot of the time we are taught not to show our insecurities. A lot of the time because we are dealing with the world, and in the world there are all sorts of people. So I think there's a wall all the time, and there's a facade all the time. And I feel we're trained to look brave and be brave.
All the time.
But I think you're a human being. And it's okay to be vulnerable.
But if I ask,
Yeah.
what was her insecurity?
I had many. First of all, I didn't know the industry. I was an outsider. I was gauging, am I feeling safe? I never, that sense of whether I'm doing right or wrong, this is a strange world, strange people. I used to be all the time insecure. I was so scared to meet people. I used to read books all the time so that people should not come and talk to me. I was very shy. I was very closed, and but with time, with meeting friends and making friends and stepping out and looking at other people and all, it changed. But initially, it was all that. Yeah.
I get it. So, yeah. Now wiser in your 50s.
Yes, absolutely.
Wiser and gorgeous.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for talking to us.
Pleasure's all mine. It was lovely.